How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to Zen Life TV. Dan here with another video. I was inspired to turn the camera on here because as I'm going for my nature walk, what dawned on me is something I'm experiencing in my life right now that I think can shed a lot of light on people who are trying to lose weight and also get their life straight as far as what you're really here to do. So, life after enlightenment. What do you do to re-engage, to be the bodhisattva, to find purpose as an individual without emphasis on the individuality of yourself, delivering that purpose? Through that thought, it led me to a lot of Paul Chek's work on vision, mission, and values. And as I was watching some of his material, he said something that just rang so true to me. Now, if you ask a lot of people in the scientific community of fitness, they're not going to agree with what I'm saying here. But what Paul Chek said that I could say is truthful is that a lot of people reaching for food they're trying to feed the wrong body. Their physical body that makes up the material of their body is not hungry to create more tissue or to fulfill caloric needs. Subconsciously trying to feed their energetic body, their emotional body, their soul body, but they're reaching for the wrong thing. It's the wrong medicine to fuel what is actually lacking in their life. Over the last few months, that's been true for me in my life. And I would just find these cravings to be there that really, like my stomach would be full from food that I would be eating, but I would still be reaching for more food. And I was looking for fulfillment. And ultimately, we do have to be our own doctors. We have to be able to diagnose ourselves on what we actually need, when, and what medicines fulfill that. Is it food because we're actually hungry? Is it shaking loose of a job or obligation or relationship that feels like it's governing or putting restrictions around our life that we don't actually want or need? Playing with all this and seeing our own life from a bird's eye view, to be able to discern what is it that we're actually wanting when we reach for vices that in excess become a detriment to our health. The fastest way to health is being honest with yourself. And when you can be honest with yourself, not a lot of people like to do that because it shakes up their reality and makes them question a lot of things that have formed their identity. And reshaping your identity for a lot of folks out there could cause insanity or fear of insanity if you change who you think you are. You just look at society as a whole. It's been set up so that a lot of folks out there are so unhappy with their life situation and feel imprisoned and trapped. And there's a soul in there that wants to express itself so badly and is looking for probably the right person to talk about certain things with, or just, reassure them that they're not crazy. And when they can't do that or do something cathartic of that nature to actually restore health because their life is toxic and unsustainable, people reach for food. That was actually my medicine of choice growing up. I was a really overweight kid. Luckily, it gave me that so that I could overcome that and find health in my body, which helped me uncover it in my mind. And so that's the first thing. A lot of people who are eating too much are trying to feed the wrong body. You need to fuel your energetic body, your soul, and also, most importantly, and most difficult for me as well, is getting clear on your purpose. Who would think, if you want to lose weight, you have to get clear on your purpose and assess your life situation to see if it's supporting that. Because if it's not, you're going to continue to reach for the food or the alcohol or the vice that's numbing you to sustain the current frame of your life so that you don't have to face that reality. It's said that I think 90% of people on their deathbed say that their number one regret is they wish that they would have done what they truly wanted to do more, or they wish they would have lived their purposeful life, not living with intention or doing what they wanted to do the whole time. And I think the number one remedy for that is any sort of thing that can put us in check to make us remember that we're gonna die. That is the guarantee here. The body aspect of us, like as far as we know, the whole matrix of this reality and the interface with this mother is gonna come to an end. So whatever can put us in check with that, at least for me, has always woken me up to the fact that, hey, there's actually nothing to lose, because all of this will be undone. So if you're carrying around a story like, I've done so much to get here in my life to set it up the way this is, I can't abandon that, or I've worked so hard to become who I am, but it's probably false. So the best thing you can do to restore health is to remember that all this will pass. Take risks, take chances, bet on yourself, use your voice, use the tools that have been bestowed upon you for good. I'm making this video right now because one of the things that I believe we need more of, and what my purpose and mission here is to create sacred containers for people to remember who they are, to remember their mortality, to wake up, to make use of doing whatever they need to do so that they're not part of the 90% that are on their deathbed wishing they would have done it. What I thought was really interesting is that a lot of people who are reaching for excess food are trying to feed the wrong body. And that makes you really question, well, what's the right body that needs feeding? And the answer to that is going to be up to you, but it makes you ask a lot deeper questions a lot more often. And I think that the quality of questions we ask ourselves is going to lead to the improvement of our lives and everybody else's life around us. And once you start really asking yourself these questions, there's no going back to sleep. Once you've awakened to all that is, to life, to our own mortality, to the beauty and tragedy all at once. And what I find so interesting is with all these spiritual teachers that even I look up to and watch their videos, I'm always fascinated with, hey, you've painted out this whole picture of the torment, suffering, and struggle. You've articulated enlightenment so well. All these spiritual teachers' punchlines are different. Like, what is the actual advice that you can, take from that and take it and make it your own? And a lot of spiritual teachers don't even have one, which kind of worries me in a way, but I can see the value in it. See, my punchline is my life. I want my life to be an example for how I did it, for how I took this awakening or enlightenment, or these realizations from asking the deep questions, and how I painted that across the outpicturing of my life through time. And I think that is the ultimate takeaway. Because words, they can only they can only dance about, which means around, the immaterial truth of God consciousness. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you got something to chew on from this video. I would love to hear below, what is the question that you've asked yourself, whether it's related to reaching for too much food and questioning why you're doing that, or reaching for this or that, or avoiding this situation over here. And I'm going to reword that call to action again. Comment below with what it was that made you realize you needed to be honest with yourself.